Hi there, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Mike, and I'm excited to share another Divi tutorial with you. My goal here is to make learning Divi as straightforward as possible. Today we're going to see how to create an often overlooked page, and that is a search results page. So if that is of interest to you, just hit that like button, grab your favorite beverage, and let's jump right in. So here we have an example of a search page. Now, what we want to try and look at is people are quite accustomed to seeing a page like this. Let's go and search for Singapore news. Right? It comes in, so we're quite accustomed to seeing things like this, where it's the title, a bit of an excerpt, and things like that going down. So when we see things like this, it sort of falls in line with how we would see. Now, why am I showing you this? Because this is the default page that you get from Divi. That if anybody comes and they click on this search button over here and they type in any search term, this is what they will see. Now what we can do is, thankfully, we have it within our power to change this up. So we can go from something like this to possibly something like this, where we just clean it up a little bit more. But keep in mind that the limit is, I wouldn't say limitless, but you have a lot more options, and it really is depending on how creative you are as to how enticing and exciting you can make this search page or search results page. So I just want to run through the practical application on how to do this, and then you can use that to go and be as creative as you want. And it'll be great if you do that you can share some of your search results pages in the comments below, so that we can all go and see and learn from each other. Okay, so how do we do this? Well, the thing is, it's quite easy. If you've created pages before, or if you've created templates before, then this is right up your alley, because Divi has made it super easy for us. So if we go down to Divi, we go to Theme Builder. We have access to all of the different templates that we can create. So I've got a lot here at the moment because I play around with this quite a lot. But if you're new to this, then you're probably only going to have the default website template and the add new template. And that's fine. What you want to do then is you just click add new template and build new template. All right, that'll kick up the template settings. And once this is up, you can see that you can build for all different kinds of things. For all pages, only for specific pages, which is, if you follow my tutorials, you'll know I use quite a lot. For posts, and then all the different types of posts that you can have. But what we want to look at is, if you scroll right to the bottom, they actually give you search results right here. So if you tick that and you create a template here, then that's going to open up for you. So I've got it over here, and I'm just going to delete this so that we can create something from scratch. Okay, so let's do that again. Go there, we come down, search results, and we create a template. Okay, and then there we have it right there. Now, if you are short for time and you've created possibly a global header and a global footer, then all you need to do here is to create a custom body, and you can run with it. But if you want to create the entire thing, you can add custom header, you can create the footer, and so on and so on. So what I want to show you here today, we're going to look at the body. So let's click add body, and we're going to say build custom body. Okay, so once that opens up, let's just go and see this one that we have. So the custom body that we have here is starting from here downwards. The menu over here is actually sitting in a header that was created. So I just want to show you from here downwards on how it can look. So that one is there. Let's create a row over here. And now inside this row, we want to add a text module. Okay, now for the text module over here, what we want to do is we want to go and select this insert dynamic content. And then from that, we want to select that post archive title. Click on that. And now it's going to display everything that's in the actual title itself. Now, one tip that you can always know is when using these, the before and after, we want to make sure that any title that we're using here is going to be wrapped in an H1 tag. So let's just add those in. Okay. So now our titles here are wrapped in H1. Okay, let's just take all that out. All right, so we are generating, oh no, not, where is it? Visual. Okay, so we did add the dynamic, we added the post, right? Okay. H1. H1, okay, and then apply. All right, there we go. That's what we're looking for. All right, so then we go design, we go heading text, and now we can actually change up that heading text inside here. So if we go there, let's say we want Poppins, we want it to be bold. Let's shoot it up to maybe 50 text size. So it's a nice, decent size. All right, and let's make sure it's in the center. Okay, now if you recall, over here we have it red. So let's just go and change that background here to a gradient. We add in one on the left, make it red. One on the right, make it red. But then one on the right, I just want to pull down. Okay, so we give it that deep red at the bottom here. Okay, so once we've done that, we can come back to our H1. And we want to make this white. Okay, and then I think we probably also want to give it a sizing maximum width of 650. Yeah, okay, that should work. Make that centered as well. And then our line height, let's push this up. Okay, that should work. All right, then the next thing we want to add in is if we want to refine the search at all over here, let's add in this thing. So that is, try add in another row. Yeah, let's add in another row. And that's going to be a search. Okay, so that's how it looks when you first start it out. So I'm going to change my input placeholders, button elements, show button. Yes, so I want to see. Okay, so we want to change this up. So design, we go field. What do we have? Okay, so we want to make sure that's all okay. Field text. Field text we want to make white so that we can clearly see it. Then we want to go border. We want to make that red. Okay. And we have button. Yep. Make that black and make that white. Okay, is that looking more or less like it? Yeah. All right. So what we also want to do is we want to put sizing. No, not sizing, spacing. And we want to push this up to 1. Okay. And then for sizing, we want to make a maximum width of 600. And we also want to make that centered. Okay. And I think it looks like it also has a shadow at the bottom. And then I think that is it. We can put in the text as well if we want. Refine your search. Okay, so design, field. Okay, so it's hidden over here. All right, field placeholder text. Under field placeholder text. And we make that white. So then there it is. And that looks more or less like what this one is. Okay, so moving on. Let's go jump into the next section. And in this section, I also just want to put 1. But this row, I want to make this sizing. Width, I don't want 80%. I want, let's call it 650. pixels. Okay, and then inside there we want to put blog. All right, so blog, we want to put post for current page, and we want to go for elements, take out the featured image, take out the author, keep the date, take out the category, and keep pagination. Yes, okay, keep pagination as well. All right, so we're getting there. That's pretty much what it is. Let's just go and have a look and do a bit of changing of the styling. All right, so H2, let's make this a Poppins. And let's make this semi-bold instead of bold. And yeah, let's go body text. Body text, we leave it that, but we want to change the font type to where's my usual Kumsats? There we go. I'll change it to that one. And then the meta, we want to make that smaller. We don't want it so big. So let's bring that down to 12. I think that should work. Okay. And then we save that. All right, once we've saved that, let's exit this and just save it again over here. And so if I now go and refresh this, it's going to change quite dramatically. So let's have a see. Okay, so the results for blog is changed to the top here. It's gotten just a bit smaller. I should probably make it a bit bigger, but the rest of it looks and feels pretty much the same as what we built it. All right, so it's really basically just like building any other page in Divi. But it's just knowing that you have that option here in your theme builder to come and build a template, and you can build it out to your heart's content. You're only limited, as I say, by your own creativity. So that's how you can actually quite easily build a search results page within Divi, where you can keep it with the same look and feel of your website and keep the branding and everything the same. All right, so I hope you found this helpful and that it makes a difference for you. And if it did, please hit that like button to let me know, because it always truly helps to motivate me to build more of these tutorials. I'm still constantly learning and sharing new tips about tutorials about the Divi. So be sure to subscribe to join me on this journey and ensure you don't miss out on what's coming next. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.